Really can. I think, again, it starts with the pitching for the Mariners. And over the last month, the starting pitching has been outstanding. The bullpen had to make some tweaks out there. Some changes have been made, but it looks like all of that is working now. And then you start getting into the hitting. And I think more than anything, Kyle Seager starting to heat things up. Nelson Cruz continuing to do what he has done, of course, the game winner in yesterday's ball game.
Nelson Cruz has been a linchpin. Where would the Mariners be without him? Let's not try to figure that out. He's been outstanding.
Well, take a look at this home run that he hits in yesterday's ball game. What a pitching matchup. Zeros through 8 innings for both clubs. And Nelson Cruz, after a couple of walks, steps up with 2 outs and hits a 3-run home run. And that was a difference in the game, along with Felix. One of the better outings we've seen from Felix, who went 9 innings of shutout baseball.
It is good to have a guy like that can provide some boom and be a tremendous difference maker. We got a great pitching matchup. We're going to talk more about that when we come back. Glad you're with us here on just a beautiful night here in Seattle. Mariners glad to be back home. Cleveland, the Yankees, and Tampa Bay all coming to town during this homestand. We'll continue with our pregame show right after this. Your local Ford stores by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting Gordon Lightfoot June 26th. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. By Alaska Airlines, enjoy free entertainment on your personal device. Learn more at alaskaair.com. And by Safeco Insurance, find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. Welcome back as you get a good look at happenings at First and University. Seattle Art Museum. Let's talk about pitching here tonight. We've got 2 pitchers right now who found their stride in their last few starts. We talk about James Paxton and Corey Kluber, the Cy Young Award winner from last year.
And for James Paxton, he has really pitched well. He's thrown a lot of fastballs, done a lot of different things that you really like. And in fact, in his last outing, he was 80% fastballs. I think we're going to probably see a lot of that again tonight. mix in his curveball and changeup when he feels like he needs to, but Paxton has really been on a good run.
This is our Lexus pitching matchup, and Corey Kluber last year, he edged out Felix Hernandez for the Cy Young Award. And this is a guy that the Mariners saw once last year. He was very impressive as he outdueled Felix.
Well, you take a look at what he did against Felix, and his numbers this year has really been hot, especially over his last 3 starts. 18 strikeouts against St. Louis back on May 13th. His last 3 outings, again, 2-0 record. Look at the ERA, 37 strikeouts, only 1 walk in his last 3 starts. This is a power pitcher. His fastball is going to be about 95 miles an hour with a really good curveball and an occasional cutter for Kluber.
Boy, we could have back-to-back pitching duels here this evening. This is what Kluber did against the Mariners last year in Cleveland.
Well, again, he was dominant. You can see the curveball this year. Right-handers hitting just .211 against him. Typically, he will pitch down in the zone, throw a lot of pitches out of the strike zone with his breaking ball. But against the lefties, you also see him quite a few cutters. And again, his fastball will be anywhere from 94 to 95 miles an hour. This is a dominant type of pitcher that the Mariners are up against tonight.
Could be interesting because Paxton is also a power guy who has been pitching quite well. So it's going to be a lot of fun here tonight. Glad you have joined us here. Mariners back in town. Boys out in the bullpen. Having some fun per usual. And what a shot. Tom Wilhelmsen and Charlie Furbush involved as they get us ready for Mariner baseball. Glad you can join us, everybody. Indians and Mariners first pitch straight ahead. It is a beautiful night and a beautiful time to be at Safeco Field here in Seattle as the Mariners are back home in the Great Pacific Northwest. And for the 4th game in a row, Lloyd McClendon handing out the lineup card. The last 3 times he did it, the Mariners came away with victory, trying to keep a trend going here tonight. Welcome, everybody, to Mariner Baseball. The Cleveland Indians are in town. And we welcome you to the booth. Dave Sims and Mike Blowers with you. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Tribe that will face James Paxton.
For manager Terry Francona leading off, Jason Kipnis leads the Indians with 23 extra base hits this season, 342 average for Kipnis on the year. Aviles Brantley hitting .313. He will hit third. Rayburn Swisher, the DH night, hitting fifth. Gomes. Moss off to a slow start, just .219 average for Moss, batting seventh. Ramirez and Bourne rounding out the 9 for the Indians. Now take a look at James Paxton. He's really pitched well lately. He's working on his ERA, a 3.5 ERA for Paxton. Opponents hitting just .225 against him. 41 strikeouts to 21 walks on the year. And our American Family Insurance defensive setup, a little bit different. Ackley in left field. Jackson, good to have Austin back in center field. Seth Smith in right. Kyle Seager, the third baseman. Taylor and Miller, Cano off tonight. Taylor and Miller playing up the middle. Logan Morrison is the first baseman, and Mike Zunino will do the catching. And for Paxton in his last outing against the Blue Jays, 6 innings, just 4 hits. Gave up a couple of earned runs. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. He threw 90 pitches in that one.
It's nice when you go around the league and you start hearing people talking about the Mariner Ball Club, and everybody, you hear the same thing. This Paxton kid's all right.
No,
he's good.
Like yeah, they like him a lot.
Ball 1 to Jason Kipnis, who's having a sensational month and a sensational first part of this season. 3rd in batting in the American League at 342. 80 degrees here to start us.
Midsummer for you, Dave.
Yeah, buddy. We don't have the humidity that we saw when we were walking around hard down in St. Petersburg. Swing and a miss. Wind out of the west at 3. Paxton, a quick worker. Terry Francona in his 3rd year with the Cleveland Indians. Swing and a miss. Zunino will throw down the first. And there's one down.
We'll take a look at James Paxton and the pitch usage this year. It's a little bit different than what we've seen in the past. Look at his fastball, 72.3%. Also the curveball and the changeup from him. Those are both about the same. Showed you the numbers against the Blue Jays in his last outing. 80% fastballs in that outing, and he pitched inside quite a bit.
That's the other thing, too. When you're talking to people, you go around, you guys are throwing a lot of pitches inside, working inside. That's a good thing to have, somebody identifying your pitching staff.
No, I would agree with that, especially in the rotation right now. You have 3 young pitchers, of course, Paxton, Walker, Elias.
Mike Aviles playing at 3rd tonight. His young daughter, 4 years old, battling cancer. He shaved his head, and his teammates, in solidarity with Mike and in support, they've all shaved their heads. Here's 1-2. A lot of guys, they haven't shaved them while they have trimmed it down considerably. Terry Francona said this has been a really good refuge for Mike coming to the yard every day. Here's Taylor. 2 away as he throws him out. I think Chris may not have realized how hard Mr. Vilas was getting down the line.
Well, I thought it was interesting. We've talked this with Taylor in the past, and a lot of times he will not show off his arm, and he has a strong arm. And so he'll be nice and easy over there. But immediately after he threw the ball, I could see in his face he was watching it, and then he started licking his fingers a little bit. I don't think he had a real good grip on it. I think it slipped out of his hand some. Fortunately, Morrison was able to handle it over at first.
There's a young man that was outstanding last year. Michael Brantley finished 3rd to Mike Trout and Victor Martinez in the MVP voting. What a year. 327. 20 home runs, 97 runs batted in, and he had an OPS of 890. First Indians player, 200 hits, 45 doubles, 20 homers, and 20 stolen bases. First in club history to do that.
For Paxton, it's good to see him. This is something we've seen. You mentioned lately how he has pitched last 4 or 5 outings. Already here in the first inning, 95, 96 miles an hour. That's a good sign.
Past the diving Seager, retrieving his Ackley, and holding it first with a 2-out single is Brantley.
And if you're going to hit over 300 in this league, you better use the entire field, and Brantley hits it right down the line. Good look at our Alaska Supermo and the effort by Kyle Seager at 3rd. You can see well off the line. Pretty good pitch from Paxton. That was a good fastball that was down and away, probably just off the plate away.
Here's Ryan Rayburn, the former Detroit Tiger. He's glad to be healthy this year. right wrist and left knee ailments last year really slowed him down. Chopper. Seager calls off Paxton. Safe. Good speed by Rayburn. 2-men aboard.
And Kyle playing back with the cleanup hitter on. You can take a look at our Alaska Supermo and the barehanded play by Kyle. We talked about it this year. He does it as well as anybody, but Rayburn with good speed able to beat it out. Getting a little bit concerned. James Paxton was running after the ball as if he was going to field it, and I did not want to see him run into Kyle. Fortunately, he saw Kyle at the last second, was able to get out of the way.
Here's the always ebullient and effervescent Nick Swisher. He is a fun guy to be around. Just off the DL, bilateral knee surgery last August. Then AAA Columbus swinging bat pretty well. Swisher just his 21st start. Nick a switch hitter. And with Aviles' daughter ailing, Nick Swisher was the one that, hey guys, everybody get involved with this thing and support Mike Aviles. Shaving the head. 2 on, 2 out.
Like a pretty good changeup. You can see the head of Aviles. These guys spend a lot of time with each other, and probably more so with each other than their own families. And as Dave was mentioning, his daughter battling cancer. I'm not surprised that the group of guys would get together on that one.
1-2 here to Swisher with 2 on. Ooh, right up the middle. Right at second base. Miller hangs with it. Throws him out. So James Paxton survives a couple of base hits in the first inning. Austin Jackson, Seth Smith, and Nelson Cruz. We're going to see him when we get back. Nine-year-old right-hander from Jacksonville, Florida, Corey Kluber, the 2014 American League Cy Young Award winner. Mariners will be facing him, and here's how the lineup looks.
Tonight's starting lineup brought to you by Chevron. Austin Jackson going to lead off, and then it's Seth Smith. Nelson Cruz, the DH tonight, hit the 3-run homer in yesterday's game to clinch the sweep for the Mariners. Kyle Seager, the cleanup hitter. See, Kyle hits in 22 of 25 career games against Cleveland. Morrison, Miller moves up, will hit 6. Ackley, Taylor, and Zunino round out the 9 for the Mariners. And for Kluber on the year, looking for his 3rd win, ERA 3.49. 83 strikeouts, only 12 walks for Kluber. Opponents hitting 253. He's given up 4 home runs.
Had that 18K performance against the Cardinals a couple starts ago. First pitch to Austin Jackson. Off the plate for ball 1. No Robinson Cano today. Flu-like symptoms. Hooked him up to the IV today. Lost some weight. Lloyd McClendon said he found out around noon. Just wasn't feeling well. And amazing how that can come down. After a long road trip, playing every day, get the long flight, and then bingo.
Well, that's the thing too with him, playing every day, which is what he does.
Kluber 3-0 here. Austin Jackson's got 4 career hits against him. Good to have Austin back in this lineup. Strike 1. Umpires tonight. Mark Rippiger has home plate. Pat Hoberg at first. Jeff Kellogg at second. And Alan Porter at third. There's a 3-1.
Austin came back in the second game of the Tampa series just before we came back home and had an immediate impact. Led the game off with a base hit, stole second, scored the first run of the ball game.
Ran down a couple of long fly balls. Critical. 3-2. Bourne gone back. He's got it under control.
And our American Family Insurance defensive setup for the Indians. Michael Brantley in left field. Bourne, as you just saw, out in center. Rayburn is in right. Avila's getting the start at third base. Ramirez and Kipnis playing up the middle. Brandon Moss, the former A, is at first. And Jan Gomes will do the catching.
Here's Seth Smith. He's had some good games for the Mariners. 4-game hitting streak working. Shift on against Seth. Hits right into it. Kipnis, the second baseman, throws to Moss for the second out.
And we'll take a look at Corey Kluber and his pitch selection. Fastball, 50% of the time. It will mix in his cutter, mostly to the left-handers. Really good curveball. Look more like a slurve to you, but it's a curveball for him, and an occasional changeup. His fastball will be 93 to 96 miles an hour.
How good a year is he having? Well, he's first in strikeouts and third in innings pitched already. As we showed you in his last 3 starts, 2-0, and ERA of 0.72. It's perfect night to watch baseball here in Seattle at 80 degrees. Here's Nelson Cruz. Got a 3-game hitting streak working. Is that as dramatic a home run as we've seen in recent years that he hit the other night?
It really was. And if you look at the Mariners, Boxberger, the closer for the Rays, had not given up a home run. He was a perfect 13 for 13 in save opportunities. And it was Kyle Seager that hit the home run off of him for the game winner the night before. And then Cruz yesterday with the 3-run homer. So for a guy that hadn't given up a home run, it was back-to-back days, and they both cost him.
And people talk about Fernando Rodney.
The nature of the closer.
Thank
That's
you.
Just the way it works.
Thank you very much. 0-2. I heard a stat today. Glenn Perkins of the Twins. He's 18 for 18. At some point,
it'll happen.
Cruz 4 for 13 with a homer against Kluber. Oh, he's taking a long look. Here we go. 0-2. Off the fist. Ramirez throws out Cruz. 11 pitches for Kluber. The battle is on here in Seattle. No score as we go to the second. Yankees on Kyle Seager bobblehead night, courtesy of Root Sports. The collectible bobblehead commemorates Kyle's Gold Glove Award, and it's free to the first 20,000 fans. For tickets, visit mariners.com. Hopefully that is the first of many more to come for Kyle Seager. Second inning action here from Safeco as we have Yan Gomes leading off. Recently returned from the disabled list. He has played well against the Mariners over the last couple of years. This is playable. Coming in to Seth Smith. And there's one down.
As you look at the Cleveland Indians offensively, pretty much in the middle of the pack. They're 7th in average, 7th in runs scored, 8th in home runs. Number that jumped out at me was they are 1st in walks, 2nd in on base percentage because they've walked so many times, and they're also 1st on sacrifice bunting. And you have to think that with Corey Kluber on the mound, James needs to stay away from the walks because they're going to try to manufacture a run or two early with the way Kluber has been going.
Here's Brendan Moss, the former Oakland A. We see a lot of him, and I'd like to see him do that too, going deep. I was just about to mention that in 22 games he had 7 home runs here at Safeco Field, make it 8, 1-0 Tribe. Career-wise, that's his 14th home run against the Mariners in just his 50th game. Got it on an 0-1 pitch.
Looked like the changeup. And we will take a look at it. 91 miles an hour. Right in the middle of the plate.
That is a power stroke. Jose Ramirez, switch hitting shortstop. What was the team you own? Because certainly he's done plenty of damage to the Mariners. Good grief.
He has. I don't remember anymore. There were a lot of ballparks that I like to hit in, and you mentioned his numbers here in this ballpark. You must see it well, that's for sure.
8 home runs in 23 games now in this building. Fine. Seager was charging. There goes foul. 1-2. Send our best out to Irma Calderon. Coming off a recent surgery. Look forward to having you back here at Safeco Field. I know you're watching. We love you and look forward to seeing you real soon.
All of my family misses you, Irma. Get back soon.
Strike 3 call. So Ramirez dismissed. Second strikeout for Paxton.
After a couple of fastballs, he comes back with a good curveball. 12-6 curveball from James.
Brings up Michael Bourne. Last time when we saw Mr. Bourne, he was the leadoff man, and he has been struggling mightily. But talking to Terry Francona, said he has handled it beautifully. He's played a terrific center field. And Kipnis hitting so well, it's made it a lot easier. The other thing, he said that he's not running a lot, which is a surprise because the kid's got outstanding speed. He's 4 out of 7 in base stealing. Hit just 257 last year, 263 the year before. Ackley well positioned and can't get there. He was playing shallow. It dumps one in. Bourne does on an 0-2 pitch. There's 2 outs and a man aboard.
Too good a pitch. Breaking ball, left it up. Middle of the plate. You can see where Zunino's at. He wanted that well off the plate away to see if he could chase it.
Two out and a man aboard. Top of the order again, Jason Kipnis. What a run he's on. 3rd in batting average, 3rd in runs scored, 2nd in hits, 4th in total bases, 2nd in multi-hit games, 4th in doubles, 2nd in triples. I mean, on and on it goes. And look what he's done against fastballs this season.
He's not missing him, is he?
Ooh.
443 average, excuse me.
That's strong.
That is.
Broken bat liner. A couple of men aboard here.
Base hit on the fastball. Pretty good pitch. It's right on the outside corner, elevated a little bit. 96 miles an hour. Just take a look at our Alaska Supermo and the swing by Kipnis. And he came into the game hitting 342 overall.
He has bounced back from oblique and shoulder problems from last year in a big way. A run in, 2 on. Mike Aviles with 2 outs. Aviles grounded out to short in the first inning. Indians stranded 2 runners in the first. Moss has them on the board here with a homer. Fly ball towards the line. Seth Smith is there. That'll do it. So Brandon Moss, a home run, 1 of 3 hits in the inning. 2 are stranded. The Tribe has a 1-0 lead. Coming up, Kyle Seager, Logan Morrison, and Brad Miller. Take you to Cleveland yesterday afternoon. Chirinos with a drive that leaves the yard. Coming in hot with the hot dog. Mind if we want a little baseball with that hot dog? It's a heck of a catch.
That is outstanding.
Gave a little bit at the knees, brought it in, do it every day, no problem. See if the Mariners can get to Corey Kluber as we go to inning number 2. Here's Kyle Seager. Tremendous road trip. Look at that batting average. Man, it's really kicked it up. Slice foul. 12 for 34, 7 runs, a double, 4 homers, 8 RBI on the road trip. And he's a career .394 hitter against the Cleveland Indians. Strike 3 called on him, 3 pitches. First strikeout for Kluber. 1 down here in the second. The next Coors Light Silver Bullet Saturday is this weekend. First 400 fans 21 and older in the pen during early happy hour receive a Silver Bullet Saturday t-shirt and extended happy hour pricing until first pitch. Plus, fans will have the opportunity to win a custom Coors Light refrigerator, tickets, and a heck of a lot more. One out here in the second, Logan Morrison looking to extend his hitting streak to 5 games. Breaking ball from Kluber. Strike one. Always hear pitching coaches talk about repeatable deliveries. This guy's got it. It's a minimal setup, and he repeats it beautifully.
It's amazing how the guys that can do that, their delivery, as you mentioned, Dave, is pretty simple. Not a lot to it.
A 5-day period. Archer, Kluber. Man, oh man, that's some good stuff right there. Strikeouts per 9. Chris Archer was outstanding yesterday. Were you surprised to get pulled?
Yes and no. He's a young man that has a great arm. He threw out 95 pitches, 12 strikeouts in his outing.
Ties his career best.
But I think he's one of the ones where they're really going to have to watch his innings and his pitch count. So they're going to pick his spots to get a little bit deeper.
2-2 here. Hummel. Kipnis looked like it off his face. Could be a base hit.
I think it went under his glove and hit his right forearm. Take another look at it. In our Alaska Supermo, and the swing by Logan Morrison, which he'll extend his hitting streak to 6 games now.
Oh, a hand, right on the hand.
Right on his hand. The base hit for Logan. I think it was interesting tonight. Again, Cano out of the lineup, wasn't feeling well. So Lloyd McClendon moving some things around. But how about Brad Miller hitting 6th in the lineup?
I think it's pretty good.
I like it. And he has swung the bat well here at Safeco Field.
I look for him to start breaking out here, coming off an 0 for 15 here. He's due for another hot streak. So in the last week, we've seen him play left, right, center, short, and second. Grand design, it's working.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see him at 3rd at some point.
At some point, because you got to give Kyle a blow,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, because Kyle's going to need a day off at some point.
Broken bat looper. That should be enough. If it's fair, oh, and it goes foul. Almost to third base.
First 2 pitches, a good example. What makes Kluber so tough. Good 2-seam fastball on the outside corner. Then he comes right back with a cutter in on his hands. And Brad still hasn't seen the good curveball from Kluber.
Oh, 2 here to Brad. Indians a double play depth up the middle. Arson at first, not much of a lead. Oh, 1. Terrific homestand here. Get your tickets. This is the first of 4 with Cleveland. Yankees for 3. Tampa Bay for 4. One of the matchups we have on Monday, Felix against Michael Pineda. And it looks like the Yankees are going to announce Masahiro Tanaka is going to pitch in that series as well. Slicing drive. Left field. Brantley going back. Former Mariner Michael Pineda's had a good year. He and Felix. I remember talking to him many times. I want Felix's changeup.
Who doesn't?
That's going to be a good one.
That'll be fun. Good matchup.
Felix was magnificent yesterday. 9 hits, 9 innings rather, 4-hit shutout, 1 walk and 8 Ks. And did he put on a closing kick in the ninth once he got that lead? A couple of strikeouts. 4 double plays turned behind him too. Then Ackley fouls one into Gomes' glove, strike 1. Dustin in an 0-2 hold.
And a couple of good fastballs right at the bottom of the strike zone.
2 outs and a man aboard. Tribe leads on a Brendan Moss home run, top of this inning. And Ackley going in 3 pitches. 3rd inning coming up. Kluber and the Indians lead 1-0. Got 18 home runs with 3 days left here in the month of May. And on this date in 1994, how about Junior hit his 22nd home run of the season, an MLB record for most home runs prior to the end of May. My goodness. Saw Junior briefly Saturday down at St. Peter's with his son Trey, who's the terrific wide receiver at the University of Arizona. Meanwhile, that man right there, 3-run homer yesterday, Nelson Cruz. A dramatic win for the Mariners, 3-0 against the Rays to complete the sweep. Michael Brantley going to lead it off for Cleveland. Brantley with a base hit to left, his first time up.
In '94, when Junior went on that run and the 22 home runs, I had a front row seat to watch all of it. And I can tell you, it wasn't as if the pitchers were giving him a lot to hit either. He just didn't miss anything.
Did he get maybe 2 pitches a night to hit?
It was so impressive, Dave. I can't even begin to tell you. And he was hitting home runs from one line to the other. It didn't matter.
Paxton, 2 strikeouts tonight. He's giving up a home run to Brandon Moss. Slicing drive, left center field, going back. Ackley makes the catch.
He was playing a little bit shallow. Brantley had dropped a base hit in front of him his first time up, so he had to range back to the warning track to make this catch. Good look in our Alaska Supermo in the concentration of Dustin making that play.
The hitter's Ryan Rayburn, infield hit. Shout out to Eric Johnson. Big Coug 1 watching us from Stuttgart, Germany, where it's about 4:44 in Germany right now. Here's strike 2 and 1. Pitching inside again, missed there, 3 and 1. Indians come in having lost 2 of 3 to Texas. Prior to that, they swept Cincinnati in 3 games. 3 and 2. Driving 4th place in the American League Central, 7 behind first place Kansas City. How about Minnesota tied for first with the Royals?
It's unreal.
They
Paul
won.
Molitor.
Done a heck of a job.
Yeah, he really has.
They won 2 of 3 here in late April. Exploded since then. 3-2 pitch, strike 3 call. Got him. 3rd strikeout for Paxton. 2nd time he's got an Indian looking. There's 2 away here in the 3rd. The next King's Court is coming up Monday. Mariners meet the Yankees, and for $35 you can score Ticket Baseball's best seating section. You get a K card and a T-shirt to boot. The King's Court tickets to see Felix take on the Yankees and Michael Pineda. Log on to Mariners.com/Felix. There's Nick Swisher, bounced out to Brad Miller in the 1st inning. Brandon Moss home run. Difference in the game so far. There's 1-0. You look at Paxton, go back to first couple of starts. The biggest thing that you've seen since those that first start at that was against the Angels here on the 7th of April.
I think there's a number of things. 1, fastball command. 2, the velocity on his fastball has gone up. That last fastball right there at 95 miles an hour, we've seen that. And then the last thing, and probably the most important thing, is pitching inside.
Strike 3, make that done. I had myself 2 and 2.
So really, it's revolved around his fastball. And if you look at the numbers against Toronto in his last start, 80% fastballs, and a majority of them inside.
Two and 2 here to Swisher. Taylor takes the time and throws him out. A 1-2-3 third. The big bats coming up. Chris Taylor, Mike Zunino, and Austin Jackson. Mariners down a line. To find your local Steel dealer, visit SteelDealer.com. By Vern Funk, bad luck can hit anyone, insure with the 13th man. And by AM/PM, too much good stuff. The Big Wheel on the waterfront here in Seattle on this gorgeous night. And I love the fact that here it is about 10 minutes to 8. We got plenty of daylight and sunshine still remaining here in the great Pacific Northwest. Here's Chris Taylor. Taylor, Zunino, and Austin Jackson. Chris trying to break an 0 for 9 run. Had some big hits, though. He did have a couple of really big hits on the road trip.
Ended up getting off to such a slow start when he was called up. So now he's battling that. And just have to hope that he will get things going. Confidence is a big part of that. Sure, Howard Johnson, Lloyd McClendon have talked to him. Continue to put him in the lineup. And he had success up here last year. You know, you look at his minor league numbers and what he did last year, you think that he would hit.
Last Saturday, a 2-hit day for him. Last Sunday, a 2-hit day. That was in Toronto.
It was 59 at-bats. Put together a good series, a good week. We'll be all right.
So Kluber with yet another strikeout. That's his third. It's back-to-back.
Take a look at this fastball right at the top of the strike zone, trying to get to the outside corner or middle away. Talking about the sunshine, Dave, and the sun's staying out past 9 o'clock now. Sunday, you can still go out and get 18 in after we call the game. Huh?
I haven't done it yet in all these years, but I remember Lee Elia telling me about that.
Yeah.
That he and Lou would say, hey, let's go get an 18 in after that day game. And they've done it a few times. Like Zunino. 6 homers, 14 runs batted in. Like 4 for 21 on the road trip. That will get out of play. Kluber's been on a heck of a strikeout run. 18 against the Cardinals. At the White Sox, he had 12. He had 7 against Cincinnati in his last start. And he's got 3 here already as we play in the third.
It really is impressive when you look at his last 3 outings. 37 strikeouts and just 1 walk.
1-2 pitch. High drive, left field. Plenty of carry. Giddy up and gone. A home run, a tie ball game at 1-1 as Mike Zunino ties it up here in the third with his 7th home run. He is strong. Get it out. Got it on a 1-2 pitch. Good to see Mike Zunino as Kluber gives up his 5th home run of the season.
This is on the curveball. Trying to go to the outside corner, leaves it middle end, and Mike gets it out into the Indian bullpen. We've seen that from Mike on his home runs this year. Leave off speed pitches elevated in the middle of the plate. It can hurt you, and that's exactly what he did to that curveball.
Austin Jackson off the end of the bat, fielded by Chris Woodward. Rich Downey coaching at third. Good for Mike Zunino. 3 days ago, homered against the Rays.
On the scoreboard, they have it measured at 402 feet.
That'll work.
Must have jammed him a little bit.
0-2 to Austin Jackson to fly out the center.
He is strong.
Well, his misses aren't by much, are they?
No.
Mariners their 59th home run. Came into tonight's game third in the American League. One hopper to Ramirez. Throws to Moss. And there's 2 away. If you won Washington's lottery, would you put a ball field of dreams in your backyard? If you need inspiration, follow us on Instagram at Ultimate Bucket List. Manzaninos tied this ball game up at 1-1.
Seth Smith is going to step into the batter's box. The Indians have the shift on.
So the Mariners have hit 59 home runs, 44 solo home runs. Pitch. 1-1.
Well, they've done a pretty good job spraying the ball around, but everybody continues to put the shift on when he's hitting them. You see 13 base hits up the middle, 12 in the right, but 7 the other way.
Ball and 2 strikes. Lefties hitting .290 against Kluber entering tonight's game. Right-handers were hitting .211. One-two pitch. Check with Alan Porter. Did not go. Ball 2. th game for Seth. Getting a lot of action here. This is game number 47 for the ball club. Counter in full. Coming up on that vaunted 50 games as we look at Cruz on deck. About to go to Lloyd and get the definitive analysis now. We've reached 50 games. Skip, what do you have? And Seth Smith, a 2-out walk. First walk issued by Kluber.
I get the feeling that he will tell you we have a lot of work to do.
How big was this home run yesterday, Mike? I mean, just unbelievable. 1-0 pitch.
Yeah, taking care of his good friend Felix Hernandez. At that point, it was a 0-0 ball game in the 9th inning. Seth Smith, who we just talked about, ended up starting things with 2 outs. He ended up getting a walk. Cano battled, he walked, and then the 3-run homer by Cruz.
He didn't get time granted. He asked for it, didn't get it. Takes a strike. Mark Rippiger, the home plate umpire. Cruz had ground out to short his first time. Take another look at that first pitch. Kluber was in his windup when Cruz called time.
You can ask for it, but the home plate umpire, he does not have to give it to you. And they typically won't if the starting pitcher or any pitcher ends up starting his motion.
Got a battle with 0-2. The count. Chopper. Ramirez. Ball getting. 2-minute board. Infield hit for Cruz. Nelson starting today, the 4th leading hitter in the American League with a .341 batting average, and he just helped himself.
Pitch in the middle of the plate, but it's down. It's the chopper, and once it gets past the third baseman, tough play for Ramirez. Cruz runs well for a big man. Another look at Alaska Supermo. Ramirez not able to get much on the throw, had to get rid of it quickly.
You talk about him running hard. He runs hard like a rookie trying to make the club.
All the time.
Bingo.
Mariners have the right guy at the plate, Kyle Seager. Kyle just snapped a 12-game hitting streak, looking to start another one. He's been hot.
Opportunity to take the lead with 2 outs here for the Mariners. Zunino tied it up earlier in the inning. How about Kyle's brother Corey Seager, shortstop, younger brother, 6 for 6 today, helping Oklahoma City beat Salt Lake City 14-11. A homer, 2 doubles, and 6 runs batted in his last 4 games. Seager's 13 for 18 with 3 homers and 10 runs batted in. That family's on fire.
His brother is a shortstop, by the way.
Big shortstop, too. Dodger chain. 1-1. Kyle took a called third strike his first time up. Cruz home run came last night with 2 outs and 2 on. There's 2 outs and 2 on here, and a 1-1 pitch coming to Seager. The fist found it back.
Unfortunately, Kyle's hand slipped off the end of the bat. Take a look at this swing in our Alaska Supermo. Kyle fouling the pitch off. Barely able to hang on to it.
Good chance to get to the American League Cy Young Award winner from last season. 1-2 count to Seager. Do it again. Logan Morrison's on deck. He can keep it going. And again, if you're just joining us, Robinson Cano, flu-like symptoms. They'll come up to an IV. Lost some weight. He is not in the lineup tonight. First game that Cano's missed this season. 1-2. And Gomes applies the tag, and that'll do it. But Zunino ties it up on a 1-2 pitch, 1 out, nobody on. Mike Z with his 7th home run, his 15th RBI. We've got a 1-1 ball game. The Indians in game 2. It'll be a salute to the 1990s. All the pyrotechnic effects synchronized to some of the decade's biggest songs. For tickets, visit Mariners.com. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, back together again here on TV as we welcome you back to Safeco Field, a 1-1 ball game. Top of the 4th inning. Beautiful night. 80 degrees, clear sky. Yan Gomes will lead it off, followed by Brendan Moss and Jose Ramirez. Paxton threw 3, giving up a run on 5 hits. There's a strike. Struck out 3. He hasn't walked anybody. Rifles this one into right field. Seth Smith on the case. 1 out here in the 4th. Gomes 0 for 2. He flied out to right first time up. There's Brandon Moss. 0-1 pitch. Homer to straightaway center field. Moss, his 8th career home run here at Safeco Field in his 23rd game here. His previous games against the A's, saw him do that a lot.
I think that was on the cutter, 91 miles an hour, and it going right out over the plate.
Shift on against Brandon. Brandon Moss being in Cleveland and Yoenis Cespedes being in Detroit. One of the big reasons you got to believe why Oakland's in last place, 13.5 back.
Without question.
2-1. Past the diving Seager base hit. What a night for Moss. 2 for 2.
I would throw Derek Norris in the mix too. He's been with San Diego.
Yeah, good call. Sandy Alomar Jr. coaching at first. Mike Sarbaugh is at third base for the Tribe. 6th hit for Cleveland. Brings up Jose Ramirez, the shortstop, who took a called 3rd strike. Take a look at our Delta Airlines keep climbing standings. The Astros by 6 over the Mariners, 6.5 over the Angels. Angels leading 3-1 over Detroit, top 3rd right now. Texas and the Athletics. The big question is, can Houston sustain? Can they go wire to wire? I don't see it.
I don't think so.
Boston beat Texas 5-1. Nick Martinez takes his first loss. Boston rookie pitcher Eduardo Rodriguez, 3 hits, no runs, and 7 2/3 in that victory for the Red Sox. 1-1. There you go. Good calling card there.
Straighten you up a little bit at 95 miles an hour. That will keep you from leaning out over the plate.
Boy, that is a message of Lloyd McClendon and Rick Waits. They've been pounding that home, and the big fella's back. He's really answered the call. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's Rick. Terrific pitching coach. Had a fine career himself with Cleveland. A couple stops with Texas as well. 2-2. Took a little off of that. He just got a piece. Paxton 3 strikeouts thus far. No walks. Two dribbler. Paxton will take it. Bobbled. And no chance. A base hit for Ramirez. 2 on, 1 out here in the 4th.
It's going to bobble it just a little bit. Yep, you can see it slip out of his throwing hand, and that's the difference. By the time he was able to grip the baseball and throw it, Ramirez with good speed was able to beat it out.
One out, 2 on for Michael Bourne, the 9-hole hitting center fielder. Base hit to left in his first at bat. Ball 1.
Bourne, he hit an 0-2 breaking ball into left field for his hit.
No pitch. Big tuna. Now he can't find it. 3-0. Born in his third season with the Indians. Previously had been with Philly and Houston and Atlanta. Career .269 hitter. Green one. Jackson a few steps towards left center for Bourne. Pitch. So Paxton battles back to a 3-2 count. 1 out, 2 on. Jason Kipnis on deck, third leading hitter in the league. All 4 of the bases are loaded. Paxton's first walk. He's in a world of trouble right now.
We talked about it. Bourne had been struggling this year. Was able to work his way back into the count. When we talked about all the fastballs, but that last pitch looked like a cutter again that was down out of the strike zone. A little bit surprised he didn't go right at him.
Yeah, right. The 9-hole hitting guy struggling.
Yep.
Especially when you have this guy on deck. Nowhere to put him.
And the Indians hitting just .237 with runners in scoring position.
Missed with that one. Ball 1.
Kipnis has not been the problem in that area for the Indians. He's hitting .324 on the season with runners in scoring position. You can see his numbers with the bases loaded. 1 career grand slam. .286 average as Rick waits to make the trip out to the mound.
Certainly not surprised to see Rick in this situation.
One of the things that Rick had talked to me about with Paxton is because of his angle, we talk about it all the time, and throwing his fastball. He said James gets so in tune to throwing his fastball down, 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 and Rick has to constantly remind him, you can throw it down, but you have to throw it down for strikes. And we've seen a lot of fastballs down out of the strike zone tonight.
Well, that's a big difference.
It's a big difference, especially early in counts, to get the first pitch strike over, because he's over the plate, but he's just too far down.
Could do himself a favor throwing a double play ground ball right here. 1-0 pitch. There's a strike. Well, how about this? Player of the month. Fabulous month for Jason Kipnis. And he shoots a base hit. Left field. Here's Ackley. That'll score 1 run. The bases will remain loaded. Kipnis, second hit tonight, 2 for 3. His 23rd run batted in. Cleveland leads 2-1.
We showed his numbers off the fastball, and this is a good fastball, 97 miles an hour, the best fastball from Paxton tonight. But Kipnis hitting .443 off the fastball, just serves it in the left field.
And twice now, Mikey's gone. Oppo to hurt Paxton. Here's a Villas, ground out and a flat, 0 for 2. Still 1 out, bases loaded. 2-1 tried. Towards the line, long run for Seth Smith and Lomo, and no play. So after retiring Gomes in a line out to right field, the next 4 men have reached.
And his pitch count starting to get up there on 70 pitches working here in the fourth.
Slow breaking ball, 1-2. A 1-2 pitch to Aviles. Broke his bat, sawed him off. Paxton missed it. So did Taylor. Run scores. Everybody's safe.
We'll take a look at it. Alaska Supermo really jams him. We'll get past James. And they're going to give Taylor an error.
He's 6 and an RBI. Ramirez scored.
James could have really helped himself out right there if he was able to field the ball. An easy play at the plate to get the runner.
1 out, 2 runs in, bases still loaded. Here's Bradley. Slow roller. Lomo will take it to the bag. Another run scores. Brantley's retired. He knocks in a run. 4-1 lead. 2 away. With runners at second and third. Bring up Ryan Rayburn. Bouncing ball to Seager, charges it and throws across, and that'll do it as the Tribe get 3 runs on 3 hits in there and leave a couple. They've got a 4-1 lead. As he helped the Mariners complete a sweep at Tampa Bay to go 6-3 on the road trip. Fabulous performance. 4-hit shutout, 8 Ks, 1 walk, and we got a big matchup next time we see him. It'll be against the Yankees and former Mariner Michael Pineda. Yankees will be in town for 2 night games and a day game, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week, and Tampa Bay will follow with 4 after that.
Phillies going for his 9th win on the year already. That's good to see. ERA under 2.
Mariners got some work to do against Corey Kluber. Delivers a first pitch strike to Logan Morrison. The Tribe in the top of this inning. 8 men to the plate, 3 runs on 3 hits, a Mariner error, and 2 men were left. Lomo with a base hit to center his first time.
I really think that the difference in that inning wasn't so much the pitching of Paxton. It was he didn't help himself out on the mound. Yeah, the base hit from Ramirez, wasn't able to handle that one, and then the one that turned into an error for Taylor was right back to him. He would have been able to get the force out at the plate and wasn't able to field it.
Morrison, Miller, and Ackley here in the bottom of the fourth. So far tonight, Kluber struck out 4, walked 1, giving up a home run to Mike Zunino. It's the Mariners' only run, that coming with 1 out in the third. No 2 to Morrison. Breaking ball hit foul. Kluber coming to the Indians back in July 31st, the trade deadline of 2010 from San Diego. Part of a 3-team trade. And he strikes out Morrison. That's strikeout number 5. Back-to-back Ks here. One away in the fourth. Mariner fans, you'll look at Ford Store hosting a peanut butter drive at Safeco Field here on June 5th. Ford dealers in the Pacific Northwest are helping local community food banks to make sure no child goes hungry this summer. Fans attending the game June 5th, we ask you to bring your unopened peanut butter donation to Safeco Field to contribute to the Ford Focus on Child Hunger campaign. Brett Miller looks at a strike. Flied out to left. Popped up. And no play for Villas.
This is when it gets really tough for you, and Kluber now with a 3-run lead. He is going to be more aggressive with his fastball, trying to work ahead of the hitters. Not going to worry about making one mistake to beat him anymore, and that makes it difficult when you have a pitcher of this caliber on the mound.
Kluber, a 4th-round pick by the Padres, 134th overall back in 07. Brad lays off 1-2. Chop to the first baseman. Moss booted that one, and they still get him.
Oh, I thought he beat it.
So did I.
Lloyd's out of the dugout in a hurry.
First base umpire Pat Hoberg.
Let's take another look at it. Moss, he's going to clank it. Rolls right up his glove, falls on the ground. He picks it up quickly.
Wow, banger.
Yeah.
2 away. You can't see the back of the glove, but the view that they had on another look, they gave Lloyd the thumbs down, so no challenge. Here's Ackley, struck out on 3 pitches. First time up. Check swing. They did go, says Alan Porter. Kluber, a big man. He has definitely found his groove here. He's 6'4", 215. He's got 5 Ks, 1 walk so far. 1-1. Boy, look at the movement on that pitch. 1-2.
Looks like a changeup, and it is. So 3 pitches, a couple of fastballs, and the changeup. All 3 of them off the plate away.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Two to Ackley, nobody on. Going back is Kipnis, and he's there to make the play. Easy inning for Kluber. 1-2-3 go the Mariners to the 5th. 4-1 Tribe.
Hashtag where I root time. Where are those Mariner fans tonight cheering on the ball club? Sean loving Sriracha night. He cheers on the Mariners. Walla Walla. Kicking it with the Mariner Moose. Morgan Lynn here at the ballpark tonight having a great time as we send it upstairs to Dave and Mike.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. Some work to do here for Paxton. See if he can post a 0 here in the Tribe 5th. Tough inning for him in the 4th. 3 runs on 3 hits. He faced 8 men. Nick Swisher leads things off, followed by Yan Gomes and Brandon Moss. Swish tonight. Ground out to second, ground out to short. Hits this one hard. Right at Ackley and 1 down. So 1 out here in the 5th. Let's take a look at the Mariners calendar brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Thrilled to be home, let me tell you. 4 games with the Tribe, 3 with the Yankees, and 4 with Tampa Bay. And the weather forecast for this homestand is real good. Yan Gomes. Flied out to right, lined out to right. Paxton 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. Giving up 4 runs on 8 hits. Count at 1-1. That's it, foul. Gomes last year, American League Silver Slugger Award winner. Five days ago, came back off the DL, had a sprained MCL in his right knee. Got banged up on play at the plate. Swinging a miss, tag applied by Zunino. And there's 2 away. Strikeout number 4 for Paxton, 2 down.
Pretty good curveball. He was trying to bounce it out in front in the account, and you can see right there, trying to throw it right off the top of the plate. Gomes not happy with himself, but when you see 96, 97 and you're pitching inside, it's hard to lay off at that pitch.
See if he can retire Brandon Moss for the first time tonight. 0-1 pitch in the second. He homered to straightaway center. 1-1 pitch in the fourth. He singled to center.
Mariners have the shift on with Moss hitting.
Two 2-0. Three 3-0. Oakland hosting the Yankees in a series, and the Yankees lead 3-0, bottom 5. And now Lloyd coming out, and assistant head trainer Rob Nodine, so that doesn't look good.
James looking at his finger. I wonder if he came up with a blister.
Also kind of feeling it. Take a look.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's a blister with the way he's looking at it and shaking his hand.
He's working a joint too.
Yeah.
More joint than blister. Might have jammed it on one of those comebackers. Maybe he could have jammed his finger into the ball or something.
Possibly.
He's going to leave the game.
Yeah, that'll be it.
It leaves on a 3-0 count to Brandon Moss with 2 outs in the 5th. So,
that wasn't close. And he immediately looked at his hand.
Yeah. And Lloyd and everybody saw that. And that's a tough break. Joe Bimel's going to take over when we come back. 4-1 Indians. Brought to you by Silver Reef Hotel Casino Spa. I-5 exit 260, Ferndale, Washington. By Volkswagen. Hurry in and get a deal during the Volkswagen Stop Dreaming, Start Driving event. And by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. A lot of activity at Elliott Bay. Very nice vessel.
Good day for it.
Well, no, sir. No question about it. That's a beautiful day. Here's Joe Bimel.
10th appearance on the year, 2.45 ERA, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 7 1/3. Opponent's hitting just 192 against Joe. He's yet to give up a home run.
About Joe getting his first save on Tuesday. And Shannon Dre over on the radio side, when I was over in radio, heard her interview with Joe, and said he came in his first couple of pitches. It's like, where am I? What am I doing out here? This is different. So I saw him again today. He said, it's a different deal close. I don't care what anybody says. It's totally, completely different.
And this is a guy that's been around for a long time.
13, 14 years.
Right.
He's got to get Brendan Moss. Here's a 3-0 count. Lefty on lefty. Three-0 pitch. Turned him loose. 3-0. Long run for Seager. He's calling for it. He's got room, and he makes the catch. Well done. That is huge to retire Brendan Moss for the first time in this ball game. Great play by Kyle Seager, the Gold Glover. Stayed with it all the way, and a good enough athlete to slam on those brakes for one try. Kyle Seager with another Gold Glove play. The shift was on for Moss, who was 2 for 2. Kyle had to run from the shortstop position. Got it in the webbing of his glove. Fine play, was able to brace himself before slipping into the wall.
Well, that was the great thing about it, is Kyle knows that, and that wall is basically at your knees. And to make the catch and turn his body at the same time so that when he hit the wall, he would be in good shape. Good play. And yeah, they had the shift on. He had to run a long way.
That's some good athleticism. Chris Taylor takes pitch up high, 1-1. Chris Taylor, Mike Zunino, Austin Jackson here in the home fifth. Only run for the Mariners tonight, a 1-out home run in the third by Mike Zunino, his 7th and his 15th run batted in. Indians got a Moss home run in the second to take the lead. And then regained it in the fourth. RBIs by Kipnis, Aviles, and Brantley. Check down to first. Pat Hoberg said he did not go. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Chris Taylor, who struck out on a 1-2 pitch in the third.
Yeah, you can see on the EQC tracer, all fastballs away from him. He's trying to paint the outside corner.
Good pitch. Strikes out Taylor. Out of sync. It's a 6th strikeout. One hop your way home. Take Link Light Rail to the airport for just $3. Schedules available at soundtransit.org. Kluber came in to tonight's game #1 in strikeouts in the American League, and he is building on that total with 6 Ks tonight. Here's Zunino, took him out on a breaking ball, 1-2 count in the third. And Mike Z having a good night. Base hit up the middle. And home run by Zunino. The Mariners' 59th and their 44th solo home run.
Well, you hit a home run in your first at bat, confidence goes up. More aggressive in the second at bat. Ends up getting a fastball 95 miles an hour in the middle of the plate and hits it right back up the middle.
So here we go, starting the third time through the order. Austin Jackson, fly out to center and a ground out to short. Chopper will do the job. It will. Base hit. Going to bring the tying run to the plate in the person of Seth Smith.
First pitch fastball again, hits it right out in front of home plate and bounces it over Aviles' head, the third baseman. With Jackson's speed, no chance for Ramirez, the shortstop, to make a play.
So 1 out, 2 on. Tying run at the plate. Smith 0 for 1 with a walk. Looking to extend his hitting streak to 5 games. Smitty with 4 home runs and 11 runs batted in. Chance to get to the 2014 Cy Young Award winner in the American League. Ball 1. Don't get too many opportunities like this, Mike.
No, you don't. The Mariners just 0 for 1 in the ball game with runners in scoring position, so they're limited on their chances. And Seth thought that pitch was down, and I think he was right as you look at our EQC tracer.
Mariners hitting 225, runners in scoring position. Cleveland 237. Kluber from the first base side of the rubber. Here's the 1-1. Took a lot off.
And a good changeup. Doesn't use his changeup a lot. And when he locates it down, you're going to see some swings at it. Guys expecting to see the fastball or even the cutter. This year he's used his changeup only 4% of the time.
2 hits in this inning for the Mariners, 5 for the ball game. Down 4-1, and Smitty's got a 1-2 count. Strike 3 called. And he knew it. He was sitting on something else. That's strikeout number 7 for Corey Kluber. There's 2 away here in the 5th. He's been on the cover of national magazines, and now he can be displayed on your wall at home. It's Felix Hernandez poster day this Sunday when the Mariners wrap up the series against the Indians. All kids are going to get the Felix poster courtesy of Aquafina. For tickets, visit mariners.com. Nelson Cruz in his first game net batting in the cleanup spot. Cano out with flu-like symptoms. Hopefully Mariners will have him back for tomorrow's game. Nelly with a chance to do some damage here. 2 outs and 2 on, and Mariners down 4-1.
Cruz is 1 for 2. Had a base hit. Also grounded out at short.
He's got 5 hits against Kluber. 1 a home run. Terrific numbers there, runners in scoring position for Cruz. 2 out, 2 on. Strike on the outside corner. 0-2 hole. Four of Cruz's 18 home runs have come here at Safeco Field. Here's the 0-2. Bounced it foul off the glove of Aviles. Is he one of the better 2-strike hitters you've seen for a slugger?
Well, yes, for a guy with the kind of power that he has, absolutely he is. And with the way Kluber has been pitching, I could see that cutter up out over the plate. He could do some damage with that pitch.
I think we know he's the guy that can pole to pole.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to him. Just needs to square it up. The other thing too is he's willing to take his base hit the other way.
There we go. 0-2. Gomes had to backhand it. Ball 1. Game 2 tomorrow night. Taijuan Walker against Trevor Bauer. Saturday, Roenis Elias against Sean Markham, Jay Happ, and Danny Salazar on Sunday. Big spot here for Cruz and the Mariners. Down 4-1 and a 1-2 pitch. Two balls, 2 strikes.
And that was the cutter. He just buried it in the other batter's box. You can see really trying to keep the ball down right here. All 4 pitches down.
This is wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs and 2 on. Struck him out. Mariners strand 2 in the 5th. Tribe still in front, 4-1.
More hashtag where I root submissions to send to you, and sending to us from Lake Chelan, Olivia Plough. That's a winning combination right there. Mariners baseball and watching it at gorgeous Lake Chelan. Not too shabby. And Jessica making her first trip to Safeco of the season as we send it back upstairs to Dave and Mike.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. Joe Beimel continues. There's a bunt, and it will stay foul off the bat of Jose Ramirez, their shortstop. Hand injury to James Paxton took him out of the ball game with a 3-0 count, 2 outs, nobody on. in the 5th. Bible came on to get Brendan Moss to foul out to Seager to end the inning. Joe will get a chance to get some length here out of the bullpen. Mariners down 4-1, top of the 6th. Ramirez, an infield hit and a strikeout looking tonight. No play for Logan Morrison, 0-2. It'll be Ramirez, Bourne, and Kipnis, 8-9-1 for Cleveland. Slow breaking ball hit in the left field for a base hit. Ackley trying to cut it off. Digging for 2. Here's the throw to second. Got a chance. Safe. First double for Ramirez. Leads off here in the 6th.
It's a slow breaking ball in the outside corner. Hits it in the left center field gap. Dustin is able to cut it off, but good speed from Ramirez. He was thinking 2 right out of the batter's box, and you can see his hand is clearly in there.
Brings up Michael Bourne, base hit to left, a walk and a run scored. Punt. Beimel thought about third. We'll get the out at first. Sack 1-3. 1 out, man in scoring position. Top of the order coming up, Jason Kipnis. Stick around after the game for Mariners post game presented by Delta Airlines. Michael Bourne, his 3rd sacrifice of the season.
The Indians lead the league in that category. Terry Francona not afraid to move runners along with the bunt.
In the infield. Kipnis has been outstanding in his last 2 at-bats after striking out in the 1st. Single to left in the 2nd. Drove in a run with a single to left in the 4th.
Both of them fastballs away.
Beimel ahead. On 2 strikes. That one heading off of Zunino. Kipnis 0 for 2 against Joe Beimel. 0-2 pitch. Now low.
Cleveland 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position tonight.
One, 2. Breaking ball. Miller going to come home and in there safely. Ramirez scores, and it's 5-1 Cleveland. Another RBI for Kipnis, his 2nd tonight, his 24th of the season.
We were just talking about Ramirez and his ability to run. You can see Brad, he's right in on the cut of the grass and only throwing this ball in the dirt. Still not much of a chance. I think he makes it either way.
Michael Villas. Still find it hard to believe guys will slide in head first at home plate.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think right there you can see on the video, though, maybe he saw, because he saw Zunino out in front of home plate, and the way the rules are now, it's a little bit safer, but I still wouldn't recommend it.
Put the emphasis on a little bit safer.
It's a little bit safer.
0-1. 5-1 tried. Kipnis will run. He's 5 out of 8. Beimel, maybe the best move in the American League. One and one. This is the first of 6 games in 15 days against the Cleveland Indians. We'll see him in Ohio starting on June 9 for 2 night games and a day game. It's the next road trip that'll also take us to Houston and San Francisco. Vela's bailing out on that one. 1 and 2.
Joe Beimel always changing speeds, moving the ball around. You can say anything from 90 miles an hour to 71 with him on the mound.
I remember catching him one time. I said, I saw him recently, and I think we were on the road. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. Good pitch. Beimel with a strikeout. He said, Joey, coming out, you look good tonight. You're 40, 41 years old. How long are you going to pitch? 50?
Yeah, I was with you when he said that. Yes. He wasn't kidding.
He was straight up serious.
Yeah, he was left-handed. He can throw strikes and changing speeds. Why not?
Michael Brantley. He's 1 for 3 with a run batted in. He's 0 for 1 against Beimel.
He's giving Kipnis a workout over at first base.
He most certainly is. They gave Joe 2 years too many. He's 38. So he's got plenty of time to get to 50. Talking to him before the ball game. Said, is this still the best clubhouse you've been in? He said, until it definitely is. Previously, he'd been with Colorado in 09 and 10, then with Pittsburgh in 11, and now in the second year with the Mariners. Best clubhouse in all the years he's been in 13 years in the big leagues.
I'm not surprised to hear that.
Chopper up the middle, going to get through. Kipnis going to make third easily. Runners at the corners, 2 out. That's the 10th hit for the Tribe as Brantley picks up his second tonight. Imagine a pregame party in Edgar's Cantina with Edgar himself. Save the date, June 15th, and you could bid on items like this during the Mariners Root Sports Tele-Auction. All proceeds benefit Mariners Care. Two outs, runners at the corners for Ryan Rayburn. 1 for 3 tonight. Rayburn, an infield hit, a strikeout looking, and a ground out to third. 2 down and 2 on. Check swing. Let's get him out of the inning. Lomo will take it himself. That will do it. Tribe adds another run on 2 hits, no errors, and leave 2. It's Cleveland 5, Mariners 1. this man, Corey Kluber, 2014 American League Cy Young Award winner. He's looked sharp, Mike.
Hasn't made too many mistakes this evening. The only one that's really been able to get to him is Mike Zunino. That's where the one run comes for the Mariners on the solo home run. He hit a curveball out, but outside of that, Kluber just seems to be getting stronger as the game has moved on, and with a nice little lead, makes things a little bit easier for him.
The Mariners yesterday struck out a total of 14 times. Kluber right now through 5 has struck out 8. Here's Kyle Seager. He's Cade looking and swinging 0 for 2. Willis takes a look. No play. Seager, Morrison, and Miller 4, 5, and 6. If you're just joining us, Robinson Cano, flu-like symptoms, out for tonight. First game he's missed this season. Hopefully he'll be able to come back tomorrow. Robbie with a huge 2-out walk yesterday and set up Cruz for the game-winning 3-run homer. 1-1. Outside 2 balls, 1 strike. Kluber beat the Mariners last July 30th in Cleveland, a 2-0 shutout. Gave up just 3 hits. Ooh, folded. Could not hold up. 2-2.
He's really had a good cutter. Take a look at the last swing by Kyle. He thinks it's going to be on the plate, but the cutter goes right towards his back foot. Not able to hold up. Kluber now at 87 pitches. His season high is 113.
Handled nicely by Chris Woodward again. First 7 games a struggle.
And look at the last 3 games. Mariners catching a hot pitcher. Was hitting just 176 against him. 37 strikeouts over 25 innings. Only 1 walk in those 25 innings.
Opponent batting average shrunk considerably. 2-2. Struck him out. 3rd time Kyle's Cade, and that's 9 by Kluber, including 3 consecutive strikeouts.
Well, after the cutter inside, he goes back away with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Kyle late on it. The fastball right at the top of the strike zone.
There's Morrison. This gust of wind blowing in from coming in off Puget Sound. One 1 for 2. Base hit to center field in the 2nd. A strikeout leading off the 4th. A 29-year-old out of Jacksonville, Florida, originally drafted by the San Diego Padres. Came to Cleveland in 2010. All 2 strikes to Morrison. In winning the Cy last year, 18-9 at 2.44. ERA at 235 and 2/3 innings. 269 strikeouts and just 51 walks. One and 2. Strike 3 call. 10 strikeouts for Kluber. That's 4 consecutive strikeouts. There's now 2 down here in the 6th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Couple little buddies there with their unis on. Dad doing double duty. 10 strikeouts for Kluber. I mentioned yesterday, Mariners struck out 14 times as Miller's aboard. Archer got him for 12 strikeouts and 2 for Boxberg. So a 2-out base runner as Miller gets hit by a pitch.
It's a cut fastball, trying to throw it on the inside corner. Maybe gets his leg.
Yep.
Right out the knee.
Fourth time Kluber's gone double figures in strikeouts this season. Ackley looks at ball one. Dustin a strikeout and a pop up. Kluber had 10 strikeouts against Detroit, 18 against the Cardinals, 12 against the White Sox, and now he's got 10 here in the 6th inning. Ackley's got a 2-0 count.
He's tried to pitch him away tonight, so for Dustin, I'm sure he'll get a fastball, but it's probably going to be middle away, outside corner.
Five runs on 10 hits, no errors for the Tribe. They've left 8 men on. A run on 5 hits, 1 error for the Mariners. They've left 5. Three and 0 to Ackley. 2 outs, 1 on. Kluber's walked one. It was Seth Smith back in the 3rd. Chris Taylor's on deck. Indians with a run in the 2nd, 3 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th. 3-1. Center fielder Bourne about 3-4 steps towards left center for Ackley. 3-1 pitch. Drive to left field, backing up. Brantley can't get it because it's gone. A 2-run jack by Dustin Ackley. The Yak Attack is checked in with his 4th home run. RBIs 8 and 9. Boy, he blasted that 3-1 pitch to make it a 5-3 ball game. Ackley with his first home run since April 13th at the Dodgers.
And you can see him set up right down the middle, and when you have a big lead, you're going to be more aggressive. Ackley able to get himself in a good count, 3-1 count. He hits the fastball 94 miles an hour out into the Cleveland bullpen.
Boy, it needed that. JR, the cameraman, headed all the way. Pitching coach Mickey Callaway out for a visit. 2nd home run tonight by the Mariners. It's number 60. She's fired up, and they sit right below us. An aggressive Dustin Ackley on a 3-1 pitch drives it out of here. Drawing the Mariners a little bit closer. 5-3. That was the Mariners' 6th hit of the ball game. Breaking ball to Taylor. Their strike. Chris has struck out twice.
Zach McAllister getting loose in the pen. Kluber now 100 pitches, again a season high at 113.
Hit it hard. Ramirez is there. Throws out Taylor, but a 2-run homer by Ackley. Tightens it up a little bit here. 5-3 Indians. to you by Jack in the Box. Jack's hottest sandwich is back. Head to Jack in the Box for Jack's Blazing Chicken Sandwich. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. By CenturyLink, your link to what's next. And by Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. Great look at Lake Washington. Not too far from there here at Safeco Field. The Mariners now trail 5-3. Thanks to Dustin Ackley's two-run homer. Bottom of the 6th. Nick Swisher. Reads off. Looks at ball 1. Nick 0 for 3. Joe Beimel continues. He finished up the 5th. Gave up a run on 2 hits in the 6th.
The other good news for the Mariners is Kluber now is over 100 pitches. Zach McAllister, who had been up in the pen for the Indians, has sat down.
James Paxton started for the Mariners, went 4 2/3, 8 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Had a finger injury, had to take him out of the game. As Swisher hits this from the left center field, cruising over to get it. Austin Jackson. One away here in the top of the 7th. Bring on the boom this Saturday at Safeco Field. It's Nelson Cruz bat night. Mariners meet the Cleveland Indians here in Game 3 of this 4-game series, and all kids are going to get a Little League-sized Nelson Cruz baseball bat. For tickets to Nelson Cruz baseball bat night, visit Mariners.com. Yan Gomes, the hitter, 0 for 3. Gomes stick, baby. Use one a little bit later, I'll tell you that. 5 runs on 10 hits for the Tribe, 3-6-1 for the Mariners. Strike 1 to Gomes. Fly out, a line out, and strikeout. Paxton, we're told, discomfort in his left middle finger. See the 3rd time. Yan Gomes is retired by Seth Smith. 2 down here in the 7th. Beimel doing a nice job. He's got 2 down quickly here in the 7th. And he'll bring up Brendan Moss.
Yeah, it's still nobody throwing in the pen for Cleveland. So looks like Kluber's going to come back out again.
Angels lead at home against Detroit 7-1. Yankees in Oakland tied at 3-3, top 7. Slow breaking ball up high for ball 1. Boston beat Texas earlier 5-1. First loss of the season for Nick Martinez of the Rangers, who's now 4-1. Shift on against Moss. 1-0 pitch. Fouled into Zunino's glove. 1-1. Breaking ball popped up. Another long run for Seager. He's not going to get this one. Earlier he made a play in the shift against Moss. Last time he was up on a 3-0 count. Beimel's first pitch. It was popped up, and Kyle ran from the shortstop position to where he's resetting now. And caught it right at the sidewall. Came away unscathed. 2 out, nobody on, and a 1-2 pitch. Coming on, Seager going back, and Seager makes the play. A 1-2-3 7th inning stretch time. Mariners down by 2. Coming up, Mike Zunino, Austin Jackson, and Seth Smith here at Safeco Field. stretching your mind as you consider how a Washington's lottery win will change your bucket list. Play today. Beautiful night here in Seattle. Always good to take a look at the moon from the Pacific Northwest. Mariners trail 5-3. They inched a little bit closer last inning. 2-run homer by Dustin Ackley. Mike Zunino, who's 2 for 2 against Kluber tonight. Solo blast in the third, a base hit to center in the fifth. He's going to lead it off here in the seventh. Kluber with 10 strikeouts tonight, 1 walk. Check swing, fouled it off.
Take a look at the home run by Zunino. It'll be on the curveball. They're trying to go away. He leaves it middle in, and Mike to the back of the bullpen, Cleveland's bullpen.
Indians playing Zunino straight away. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball. 0-2. Outside. Kluber in his previous 3 starts, 8 innings, 9 innings, 8 innings, and here he is in the 7th. Came in 3rd in innings pitched in the American League, and he strikes out Zunino. That's his 11th victim tonight. Time now for a CenturyLink. What's next? Game 2 of this 4-game set. Trevor Bauer goes against Taijuan Walker. Taijuan last time out, the first 4 innings, no-hit ball, and then a couple plays didn't get made, a couple of bad pitches here and there, gave up some runs, but I think each start, even in some of the bad starts, he's had some good things to walk away with.
Well, his last start, he gave up a couple of home runs. One was on a mistake that he had made. The other one, I thought he made a good pitch.
Breaking ball to Jackson for a strike, top of the order, 4th time through against Kluber. Kluber with 11 strikeouts in this ball game. Pounding the zone, 0-2. Austin got an infield hit last time up. He's 1 for 3.
He's thrown 107 pitches, 77 of those were strikes. 28 batters, 22 first pitch strikes.
My goodness, dozen strikeouts. 2 starts ago, he struck out 12 at Chicago. There's something.
Seems like a cutter, 91 miles an hour off the outside corner. That has been a really good pitch for him this evening.
Still time for the Mariners to break through. Struck out yesterday's game a total of 14 times. Chris Archer got him for 12. Boxberger got him for 2. Bunt laid down Smith. Can he beat it out? Aviles safe. Base hit for Seth.
Smart play from the veteran. They had the shift on. Aviles playing off the line. Mariners down a couple of runs. Just with 2 outs, trying to find a way to get on base. Aviles, it's tough when you have to run back towards the line and then throw across your body. The ball will end up the line as Moss tried to put the tag on him.
When I bring Cruz to the plate, 1 swing could tie it up.
Smart play by the veteran.
I like the thought. Cruz batting .367, 38 runs batted in since starting the season, 1 for 15. That includes tonight. This evening, a ground out, an infield hit, and a strikeout. Oh, good rip. Trying to change area codes with that swing.
Well, that's his job, and that's why he's in the lineup. He gets a first pitch fastball at 95 miles an hour on the inside corner. He tried to tie it up.
7 of the last 8 outs by the Mariners have been via strikeouts. 0-1. 0-2.
That's the cutter I was talking about in his last at bat. Elevated out over the plate. This one's 91 miles an hour. And that was right on the barrel.
Got to do some 2-strike hitting. Cruz representing the tying run. 2 out, bottom 7. Here's the American League home run leader. Here's the 0-2. Struck him out. 96 miles an hour. Corey Kluber with 13 strikeouts through 7. Mariners strand a runner and trail 5-3. Safeco Field. Mariners back home for 11 games, and we've seen these two guys face shifts. Kyle Seager to start an inning on occasion. We've seen him try to drop one down. How about Seth Smith setting it up for the home run leader? Tried to tie it up with one swing with a bunt with 2 outs in the 7th.
Well, I think that there's a number of things that go into it. And for Seth, hitting second, there's 2 outs in the inning. You're down by 2 runs. And as you mentioned, that guy right there, his job is to hit the ball out of the ballpark. And with the shift on, Seth, knowing if he gets it past the pitcher, he's going to get on base and give him a chance. Now, Cruz, you have to give him credit. It's hard to hit home runs, even though he makes it look easy at times. And he was up there trying to do just that, hit the ball out of the ballpark and tie this game up. With Kyle, I think it's a little more difficult because Kyle is a run producer in the lineup. So he'll pick his chances. And a lot of times, and Lloyd McClendon said this to me too, when he's leading off an inning or something like that, that's when Kyle will do it. If there are 2 outs, he wants Kyle to swing the bat, try to drive himself in. Maybe hit a double and get himself into scoring position. And that's the main difference.
Sorry, Mark Lowe, first pitch. Seth Smith will put it away. Mark's been really good.
For Mark, this is his 10th appearance. How about his ERA? 1.13 ERA, 9 strikeouts over the 8 innings that he has pitched. And he looks healthy. Really threw the ball well at the end of spring training. Did not make the club, but since he's been back here, we've seen him consistently in that 95-mile-an-hour range with a hard slider.
1 out as he retires Ramirez. Here's Michael Bourne. Strike 1. Joe Beimel 2 1/3, 2 hits, a run. It was earned, no walks, 1 strikeout. There's in relief of James Paxton, left with a left finger injury. Hit to Taylor, throws out Bourne, 2 away. Corey Kluber looks like his night is done for sure.
That's good news for the Mariners. Although they did score 3 runs off of him, and with the way he's been pitching lately, that's a big number. But 7 innings, 7 hits, the 3 runs coming off the 2 home runs by the Mariners. 1 walk, 13 strikeouts. He threw 112 pitches.
Quick 2 outs. Top of the order, Terry Francona's ball club leading. And a second baseman having a tremendous month of May. He's got 2 more hits tonight, 2 runs batted in. Jason Kipnis. Oh, 1 pitch. Oh, Mark's ahead of him. 0-2. Chinsky used to be with Toronto.
And St. Louis.
Chinsky. The 0-2. Straighten him up. One-two pitch here to Kipnis. 2 out, nobody on. No play. Mariners on Seager, Morrison, and Miller coming up in the bottom of the 8th. One-two. Fouls it back. Mariners start tonight a home record of 11-10, 12-13 on the road. Throwing hard, 96 miles an hour. Got a 2-2 count. Count will stay at 2-2. Look out. So the hit batter keeps the inning alive for the Tribe.
95 miles an hour, almost throws it behind him. He did throw it behind him. Hit him in the calf. Lonnie Chisenhall is going to pinch hit for Aviles.
Chisenhall, left-hand hitter. Slow start to his season. 43 games, hitting just .216 with 4 homers and 19 runs batted in. First pitch to Lanny. Swing and a miss. Take over at third for Aviles. goes. Pitch out. Throw by Zunino. Got him. 2-6 on the putout. That'll do it for the Indians. Coming up in the home eighth, Mariners trail 5-3. Mike Zunino with a great throw there. Kyle Seager, Logan Morrison, and Brad Miller. And it looked like the index finger Taylor may have gotten roughed up a little bit. Back right after these messages. Danger. And the Indians in the fourth, Mike, did some damage, didn't they?
Yes, they did, and they were helped out. A couple of fielding miscues by the Mariners ended up hurting him in the inning, but they took advantage of it. And right now, that's the difference in the game. That inning, they scored the 3 runs in the fourth inning. You see, ball barely leaving the infield, but they still scored 3 runs.
3 runs on 3 hits, and they stranded 2, and Paxton had to leave the game after 4 2/3 with a finger injury. As Lonnie Chisenhall stays on, he'll play at third base. And the new pitcher's Mark Zipchinski.
Already his 24th appearance on the year. 3.86 ERA, 13 strikeouts in 11 2/3. Opponent's hitting .273. He's given up 1 home run.
29-year-old left-hander out of Anaheim, California. Shockingly, his nickname is Scrabble.
He's going to get his share of left-handed hitters in this inning. You have Seager, Morrison, Miller, Ackley all due up.
1-1 to Seager. Tough night for Kyle. Kluber struck him out 3 times, once looking. That's why they call him Scrabble. Been with Toronto for 3 years, the Cardinals for 3 years, and now his 3rd year with the Indians. And a strike to Seager. So 1-2. Seager, Morrison, and Miller here in the bottom of the 8th. Mariners down 2 runs. Ball 2. Seager 1 for 1 against Zipchinski. Plays college ball at University of California, Riverside. 5th round pick of the Jays in 07. Kyle, the hero. Tuesday night win in 10 innings at St. Pete. 7-6 Mariners. He drove in 6 runs. Homered in his last 2 times up. The grand slam in the 8th to put the Mariners ahead, and then homer in the 10th to win it. 2-2 pitch. And right at Rayburn. Let's take a look at Jason Kipnis getting thrown out. Pitch out. And Zunino did throw. Now look closely as that index finger takes a beating. And then the knee. And then the uniform. Nice knowing you as it gets stuck in Kipnis' spike. Logan Morrison 1 for 3, a couple of strikeouts. Strike one. Morrison 0 for 2 against Zepchinski. Corey Kluber started for the Indians and struck out 13. Strikeouts tonight, 14 yesterday. Mariners went down to 14 strikeouts in Tampa Bay in the victory. 3-0, led by Felix Hernandez. 0-2. Zepchinski coming over to Cleveland in the 13 season. Here's the 1-2. Bounced it up there.
Lost his footing.
Zepchinski pitched for the Cardinals in the 2011 World Series victory over Texas. It's 4 games, total of 2 2/3 innings.
He's throwing hard tonight. He's been 94, 95 miles an hour with his fastball. We're going to get that last fastball off his foot. And our Alaska Supermo with a swing by Logan Morrison on fastball in on his hands. Oh, that one hurts. Right on his shin.
The eternal question, why does it always happen to left-handers like that more frequently? A high percentage of those injuries come against lefties. You don't see righties do it that much.
Right-handed hitters would disagree with you on that, Dave. And being a former right-handed hitter, I can tell you I've beat my legs up.
Okay. Easy play, Moss. But would you agree that a higher percentage of those injuries seem to happen against lefties?
And it's because left-handed hitters, most of them like the ball down and in, and if they miss it at all, they are going to fire it off their leg or foot.
Feel it for a couple 3 innings or maybe a couple 3 days?
A couple 3 of the days. He's going to feel that one for a few days. Especially with Logan because he has a power swing, and you can see him limping a little bit in the dugout.
There's Brad Miller. First time he's seeing Mark Zepchinski. 2 outs here in the 8th. Breaking ball for strike 1. Crowd tonight of 19,449 here at Safeco Field. Tomorrow night, fireworks night after the ball game. Sets of music of the 1990s. Allen and McAllister, couple of right-handers at the ready. Two and one. Tight, 3 and 1. Dustin Ackley's on deck. 2-run homer in the 6th.
If Brad can reach, we'll probably get a pinch hitter for Dustin. I guess would be Ricky Weeks.
3-2. Brad trying to get on, bring the tying run to the plate again. Two pitch. Strike three. He's gone. So another strikeout recorded by Cleveland pitching. That's 14 for the night. Zipchinski throws a 1-2-3/8.
Once again, it's hashtag where I root time. And look at this. Despite a walking boot and a broken foot, John made his way out to the ballpark, kicking it up. Nicely done. Killian says, go Mariners. And here's hoping they can rally in the bottom of the ninth. But first, the top of the ninth with Dave and Mike.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. Lonnie Chisenhall back in there. He was at the plate when Avilas, make that Kipnis was thrown out, trying to steal. That was the third out of the eighth inning. So Chisenhall, Michael Brantley, and Ryan Rayburn against Mark Lowe. Over, ahead of Lowe, and the throw by Miller. Well done. One away, top nine. Brings up Michael Brantley. Follow the Mariners all season long with MLB.com At Bat, the #1 app for live baseball. At Bat is up to the moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcasts, StatCast, and more. Get MLB.com At Bat for your smartphone or tablet. Angels pounding Detroit, 12-1, bottom 7. Chris Iannetta with a grand slam. Pujols and Joyce have also homered for the Angels. Strike one to Bradley. He's got 2 hits and an RBI tonight. Mariners will have the bottom of the order. 7, 8, 9 coming up in the bottom of the ninth. Lowe, third pitcher tonight for the Mariners. Paxton had to leave with a finger injury. Beimel came on, picked him up for 2 1/3. This one hit a long way, but Ackley had a good beat on it. Out number 2. 2 outs. Nice job here by Mark Lowe. Are you the ultimate Northwest fan in the state of Oregon? Well, then Root Sports is looking for you. Send us a photo and story using hashtag UltimateNWFan or email And you could win a VIP trip for 2 to Seattle in October, personalized jersey and more. But you better hurry up because you only have a few days left to enter. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. David Murphy pinch hitting. We saw a lot of the Murph when he was with Texas. His pinch hitting numbers. Pretty good. A lot of outfielders on this ball club. Terry Francona said he sat down about 6 guys. He said, listen, I'm going to do my best to rotate you guys in the outfield as well as the DH spot. Swisher just recently came back from an injury. Terry in his 3rd year. Of course, he led Boston 2004 and 2007 World Championships. Three and 1.
Cody Allen getting loose in the pen, closer for the Indians.
Fly ball right center field. Austin Jackson taking charge. Last ups for the Mariners. They trail 5-3.
Good to have you back with us at Safeco Field. Some work for the Mariners as they head to the bottom of the ninth, down by 2. Coming up on Mariners postgame, presented by Delta Airlines. Reaction from the skipper Lloyd McClendon. We'll get an update on James Paxton's middle finger on his pitching hand that forced him out of the game, and we'll preview tomorrow's Game 2 starters between the Mariners and the Indians. Rally caps in place. We'll see if the M's can get it done as we send it upstairs to Dave and Mike.
Tom, thank you so much. David Murphy stays on in right field. And Cody Allen, their closer, takes over.
9 saves on the year and 10 opportunities. High ERA over 6. 28 strikeouts and 19 innings. Big number for him, but he'll walk some batters. 13 walks. Opponent's hitting .267. Giving up 1 home run.
Cody Allen, born in Orlando, 26 years old, 6'1", 210, 4th year with Cleveland. He's got Dustin Ackley as his first hitter. Ackley showing some life in the 6th inning with a 2-run homer. Get the Mariners a little bit closer. And Robinson Cano, flu-ridden, is going to swing the bat, pinch hit for Mike Zunino.
little bit ahead of yourself. He's going to hit for Chris Taylor.
Taylor, correct. Thank you very much. Is that home run going to be a jump start for Ackley?
You hope so. You look for signs, right? I like the fact that he hit it out the other way.
Ball and 2 strikes. Ackley tonight struck out, popped out, 2-run homer. The 1-2 pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mariners have left 6 men aboard this evening. 8 men stranded by Cleveland. Allen had 24 saves last year for the Tribe. Here's the 2-2.
Nothing but fastballs. He's consistently been at 96 miles an hour.
Crowd of 19,449 here tonight. First game of an 11-game homestand. Takes a called 3rd strike
on the breaking ball. Well, after 5 fastballs at 96, he comes back with a breaking ball at 87.
That's 15 times the Mariners have caved tonight. Cano 0 for 3 against Allen.
Pretty good pinch hitting though. 400 average with a couple of home runs.
It's a strike 1. Pinch hitting for Chris Taylor. To right field. Murphy for the catch. 2 down. Now comes Mike Zunino. Athletics have rallied to beat the Yankees 5-4.
Mike having a good night. 2 for 3 with a home run. His 7th home run of the year.
Two outs, nobody on. Strike 1. Boston beat Texas 5-1. Josh Hamilton 2 for 4 with a double in his first game in this most recent stint with the Rangers. The native trying to keep this game alive for the Mariners as he takes ball 1-1. Ooh, he went fishing there. 1-2.
A hard slider, well off the plate away. Curveball. That was a hard curveball at 88 miles an hour.
Mariners down to their last strike. Struck him out. That's 16 strikeouts recorded by Cleveland pitching tonight. Tribe wins the first of 4 as the Mariners come home to begin an 11-game homestand. 5-3 the final. Cleveland wins it.
And I think if you look at this game, you have to stay away from the big inning with Kluber on the mound. The Mariners were not able to do that. Gave up 3 runs in the 4th. Although they were able to score 3 runs off of Kluber, that's just too many runs for him. 5 runs for Corey Kluber. The way that he's been pitching lately, just a little bit too much.
Cy Young Award winner from a year ago. Right now, Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines starts right now with Brad and Dave Valley. Fellas?
Thank you, gentlemen. Indians draw.